Om. Introduction. Genesis of the Vedas. Vedas are the word of God revealed in the beginning of creation for the moral, spiritual, and physical guidance and uplift of humanity. They are related with eternal truths and throw a flood of light on the various aspects of life to make a man perfect and ideal. God, out of his infinite source of knowledge, reveals in the beginning of creation a part of it adequate for the requirements of the soul, its spiritual satisfaction, fulfillment of its thirst for the truth, and making its journey of life successful. God is infinite, the soul is finite. The finite soul can't contain the infinite knowledge of God. God creates, sustains, and dissolves the world. Whenever the world is created, God reveals the Vedas. The process is going on since eternally and will go on forever. Rig Veda Mandal 10, Sukta 9, Mantra 9, Yajurveda chapter 31, verse 7, Artha Veda Khand 10, Sukta 7, Mantras 20 speak of the revelation of the four Vedas Rig, Yajur, Sam, and Artha. Swami Dayananda, whose commentary I have mainly followed in my translations, has discussed the subject more thoroughly in his introduction to the translation of the Vedas. Maharishi Patanjali writes in the Mahabhashya that there are 101 shakhas, schools of thought of the Yajurveda. All of these commentaries are not available at present except the Kanva, Madhyandini, Taittiriya, Maitrayani, Kathak, and Kapisthala. On this point, Maharishi Dayanand agrees with Patanjali. There are 20,358 verses in all the four Vedas as given below. Rig Veda 10,522, Yajurveda 1,984, Samveda 1,875, Arthaveda 5,977. There was a time when the learned Pandits memorized for one or more Vedas, could recite or reproduce them from memory. But alas, this system is no longer in vogue due to lack of public and state patronage. The names of the rishis attached to the mantras are the names of those research scholars and seers who expounded the meaning of the verses and commented upon them. They are not the authors or writers of those verses, as the Western scholars say. Devta is the subject matter of a verse, the topic discussed on it. All good men and beneficent forces of nature like air, fire, water, electricity, months, sun, moon, breaths, lighting, father, mother, teacher, preacher, and soul, which are beneficial to humanity, are called devtas. They are not all living personified beings as some erroneously believe them to be. For correct interpretation of the Vedas, the words should be taken in their derivative analytical sense. Root meaning should be given to the Vedic words and not the traditional, customary, conventional, and generally accepted ones. The word Purish in the conventional sense is feces, whereas in the Vedas is signifies water. The Brahmanas and Upanishads do not form a part of the Veda. They are compositions of man of a much later date. The Veda contains only the Samhita, the real text of the Vedas, as revealed by God in beginning of creation on Agni, Vayu, Aditya and Angiras, the four rishis most competent to receive God's revelations. The teaching of the Vedas are universal. Jajur Vedas 2.6.2 clearly enjoins all the learned persons to preach the Vedic truths to all, the Brahmans, the Kshatriyas, the Vaishyas, the Shudras, the Candals, the degraded, and the forlorn. Jijas, the twice born, alone are not entitled to study the Vedas. The Shudras and even women are equally entitled to read the Vedas. Persons like Kavish Ayush, the seer of RV X30, a Shudra by birth, White Ateria Brahman 11 to 19, the women like Lupa Mudra were the seers of the meanings of Vedic texts, and their names are from time immemorial attached to the Vedic verses. God is not accept to be partial to one portion of mankind and antagonistic to the others by depriving them of their birthright to study the Veda. In the eyes of God, all men, high or low, are equally entitled to the God's gift and bounties, say air, water, sunshine, and his knowledge. In the Vedic Church, none is religiously great or small. All the brothers who should cooperate to conduce to the prosperity and ameliorations of mankind. According to the Swami Bhumananda Saraswati, the Vedic seers is a poet and a prophet, but his poetry is not imaginary, and his prophecy is not a mystery unless by that term we mean something beyond our comprehension and not something entirely opposed to the order of the nature. A seer of second sight in the Spiritist parlance is not a Vedic seer or rishi, a person who voices out a number of incoherent statements wide of any clear rational significance like the revelation of John in the New Testament is also no rishi. A Vedic seer is the inspired recipient or medium of divine revelation, a person who by his righteous, pure, and holy life is able to grasp higher and divine things which are far above the need of the generality of mankind. Sir Oliver Lodge calls such seers as peaks of humanity. Thank you.